Today I have for y'all 5 green flags that Christians should look for in relationships. I think these are good for any relationship, but especially for the Christian. These are things I think are extremely important if somebody is going to help you grow in your faith and not lead you astray. Okay, number 1. We're going to go to Proverbs 12:22. And it says, "Lying lips are an abomination to the Lord, but they that deal truly are his delight." So number 1, green flag, honesty. This person isn't constantly covering lies, and even the smallest lies, because that is a huge red flag. If that person says they got off, at 5:30, but they actually got off at 6, why not just say 5:30? And that may seem like something so small and so minor, but those kind of things add up. If somebody's willing to lie about something small, who knows what else they're going to lie about. Somebody who's going to be upfront and honest with you, even if sometimes you don't always like the answer. Like if you start asking them, who all have you dated before? How many people have you been with? And they're honest with you. It's been this many people. Maybe you don't feel comfortable with that number, but they were honest with you. That is a green flag. Like when you start having to pry the truth out of people or start going, well, they said this and that's not adding up. Huge red flag. A green flag in a relationship is somebody who is always honest with you. They will answer your questions straightforwardly, no beating around the bush, straight into the point. And not only with you, you're also seeing them being honest with other people in their lives. The next thing, I want to go to 1 Corinthians. We're going to go to 13, verse 4. Now, I am reading KJV. Read whatever you like. Modern translations translate the word charity to love. But in 4 it says, "Charity suffereth long, and is kind. Charity envieth not. Charity vaunteth not itself. It is not puffed up." So, love is patient. Love is kind. It doesn't boast. I think the thing to think about here is that it's about consistency. Number 2, the second green flag is consistency. Somebody who, is going to be patient with you, be gentle with you. Somebody who's going to show up for you, especially in the way that you show up for them. Somebody who is going to do what they say they're going to do. If they say, "I'm going to call you at 8 o'clock, they're going to. And if, we're human, so things come up sometimes. Sometimes maybe that meeting ran late or traffic was, really long or, okay, that's, once in a while kind of thing. But somebody who consistently shows you time and time again, they're not ghosting you for weeks or months at a time. They're not constantly breaking their promises to you. Somebody who shows up for you. That second green flag is consistency. They show up with their words and then their actions, how they follow through. Somebody who is checking in on you, somebody who's remembering the things that you've told them. And I'm not just talking about, they happen to forget that, your anniversary 1 year. Okay, they had a lot going on that week. They completely forgot it was so close to this holiday and that holiday and this and that. I'm talking about this person has shown you repeatedly, time and time again, that they remember things that matter to you, things that are important to you, dates that you guys set. You told them something one time and you said, "I really love it when you do X, Y, and Z," or "I don't like this so much." And they show up consistently to show you that they're willing to make these changes. And that's really going to lead into my next point, which we're going to go to Philippians 2. And we're going to read 3-4. "Let nothing be done through the strife or vainglory, but in lowliness of mind, let each esteem other better than themselves. Look not every man on his own things, but every man also on the things of others." I want to say consideration here, okay? So that's where I'm saying it kind of goes into that. We have honesty, consistency, and now consideration. Like I say, when this person, you've told them, "I really just don't like it when, you do this," or "I love when you show up for me and you remember to do this, you do this kind of thing, you make dates for us," and they keep doing it. They take into consideration how you feel about things. It matters to them. That is a huge green flag. So that's not even just like, "I know you love when I plan dates, so I'm going to keep doing it." every decision that they begin to make, they're thinking of you in mind. Do I really want to take that job, 3 hours away because I don't really want to be away from you. I want to think about our future. I don't want to buy a house, in this city. I want to buy a house where we're going to live. Or they're thinking about you in their life, and they're considering how this is all going to impact you because it matters to them. Your happiness matters to them. They want to be able to comfort you. They want to put your mind at ease. They care about you. They care about how you feel about things. They consider you in all things. And I want to say too with this, while predominantly, especially if this is somebody that you could see as potentially your future partner, husband, wife, your spouse, then this is somebody that you want to see them displaying these things to other people as well. They're honest to them. They're consistent. They keep their word. They're considerate of other people. But let's go into green flag number 4. And that's going to be back in 1 Corinthians. I probably should have did that over there, but we're going to go to 14, and we're going to go to 33. Okay. For God is not the author of confusion, but of peace, as in all churches of the saints. This is going to be somebody who brings you peace of mind over constant anxiety. This is somebody who cares when you overthink. They want you to feel secure with them. They're not doing things that make you question their loyalty to you or their love for you. They're not going to confuse you. They're going to show up for you in a way that, continuously builds trust. It silences your fears, your worries, your anxiety. They're going to calm you. They're going to reassure you. They're not going to make you feel like a burden when you're overthinking. Your peace matters to them. And you see how these things tie in: honesty, consistency, consideration, peace. All those things tie in together. So we're going to go to the last green flag, and that's going to be Proverbs 3:6. And I'm sure there are others that, you could probably add in here, but I think these are the core ones that I was thinking about. And in here it says, in all ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. The 5th green flag is this person has a desire for God. They want to live in a way that brings honor to him, that you see their love mirrored for you, it is for Christ. And I saw this guy on TikTok, and he said, does the love they have for Christ make you want to love Christ with they love Christ? And that had me questioning every relationship and friendship in my life. Because the way that person loves God, is that how you want to love God? If you're a Christian, if you have faith, then that's probably it is the most important one, that this person has a genuine love and desire for God. That doesn't mean that this person has to, go to church every Sunday. I mean, I think it's important that people do, but they can find a good church. But I think that this person showing you evident in their fruit, that they're honest, they're consistent, they're considerate, they're, about peace and not confusion, anxiety. This person's not problematic. They're not constantly giving you mixed signals and, all these different back and forth, hot and cold. This person shows up for you. They reassure you. They support you. They think about their future with you involved in it. Those things are so important. And that really starts with, it is anchored by their desire for God. Does this person respect your faith? Do they try to pull you away, right? Do they kind of push you into sin? Those are things to think about. Because if this person's not living for God, how can you build a godly relationship with them? Okay? This person needs to be able to encourage you on your walk with God. You need to be walking the same path with this person. Does this person encourage you to live in a way that is God honoring? Is this person ashamed of the gospel? Or are they proud of it? They're proud to declare it to other people. This person, if they are truly living for God, they desire God, they're going to have humility. They're going to be eager for God. They're going to, want to pray, want to get closer, want to learn. They're not going to push you into ways that contradict, what the Bible, what God has instructed us to live. This person's it's going to be evident by their fruit. Like I said, not just in the way they treat you, but others as well. Observe that. You know, is this person honest with you and with other people in their life? Is this person consistent with you and other people in their life? Is this person considerate of you and other people in their life? Is this person providing peace over anxiety? Does this person have a genuine desire for God? And when I say consider of other people, now if this person's your spouse, your partner, someone that you're married to or engaged to or you want to get married to, then of course it should be God, spouse, right in that order. When I say consideration, I'm not saying, oh, I can't delete that girl on Instagram because it might hurt her feelings. No, your spouse's feelings come before that random stranger. But what I'm meaning about consideration is they're not intentionally doing things to hurt people, right? They're not going out of their way to be like, how can I ruin people's life? This person's going to be considerate about the feelings of others, their actions and how they impact other people. Not in a way that disrespects you, not in a way that dishonors God. Okay? So those five green flags, so important to think about. Honesty. Read Proverbs 12:22. Consistency. Read 1 Corinthians 13:4. Consideration. Read Philippians 2:3-4. Peace over anxiety. 1 Corinthians 14:33. Desire for God. Proverbs 3:6. There's probably some others you could throw in there as well, but I think that this is a really good core foundation to think about when you're deciding who you want to invest in and potentially could see your future with. So I hope that this helps somebody. Bye.